Avengers! Assemble.
The best upcoming superhero movies. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Admit it or not, we are all big-time suckers for superhero movies. Be it the mighty Superman or the charming Avengers, their out-of-the-world action and sci-fi effects leave us gaping and awe-eyed. The pandemic has really beaten us down and a majority of us turn to movies to get our much-required relief. And what is better than leaving the real world temporarily for an adrenaline-packed shot of the real world? Half of 2021 has already gone and there is a lineup of superhero movies for the remaining year and the next. A lot of movies out of these were slated to be released this year but were pushed to later dates due to the COVID-19 shutdown. In today's video, we will take you through an exciting list of movies that will hit the theater shortly. Number 1. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Release date: September 3, 2021. Director: Destin Daniel Cretton. Writer: Dave Callahan. Cast: Simu Liu, Awkwafina, Tony Leung, Michelle Yeoh, Fala Chen, and Ronnie Chang. Marvel Comics had been eyeing the TV series Kung Fu for a long time, but could not obtain its rights. However, they managed to get hold of the rights of the villain Fu Manchu and created Shang-Chi as the son of Fu Manchu. As per the story, Shang-Chi is brought up and trained in martial arts by his father, but as soon as he comes to know of his devilry, he turns his back on him. In the film, Shang-Chi is forced to confront his past after he is drawn into the Ten Rings organizations of the arch-enemy of Iron Man, the Mandarin. The cast will be all Asian with Simu Liu playing the title role. The film is based on a comics character created in the early 1970s by writer Steve Englehart and artist Jim Starlin. Number 2. Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Release date: September 24, 2021. Director: Andy Serkis. Cast: Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson, Michelle Williams, Naomi Harris, and Stephen Graham. This would be the second movie in the Venom series. The first one was released in 2018 with Tom Hardy in the main lead. It was about the sentient alien symbiote with an amorphous, liquid-like form, who survives by bonding with a host, usually human. Normally, it has been associated with Spider-Man. In the sequel, Tom Hardy aka Brock attempts to reignite his career by interviewing serial killer Cletus Cassidy aka Woody Harrelson, who becomes the host of the symbiote Carnage and escapes prison after a failed execution. Naomi Harris will portray villain Shriek and also Cassidy's love interest. Number 3. Eternals. Release date: November 5, 2021. Director: Chloe Zhao. Cast: Gemma Chan as Cersei, Richard Madden as Icarus, Kumail Nanjiani as Kingo, Lauren Ridloff as Mockery, Brian Tyree Henry as Phastos, Salma Hayek as Ajak, Leah McHugh as Sprite, Don Lee as Gilgamesh, Barry Keoghan as Druig, Kit Harington as Dane Whitman, and Angelina Jolie as Thena. This one has an interesting ensemble of A-list actors right from the Queen Bee Angelina Jolie to the Game of Thrones heartthrobs, Richard Madden and Kit Harington. Based on a comic series created by Jack Kirby, it revolves around a group of superpowered and nearly immortal beings. It will be directed by the Oscar-winning Nomadland director Chloe Zhao, and will feature not only an openly gay superhero character, but a deaf superhero as well.
I could lead them.
Number 4. No Way Home. Release date: December 17, 2021. Director: John Watts. Cast: Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, Marisa Tomei, J.B. Smoove, Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, and Benedict Cumberbatch. We all know that, at the time of the release of Spider-Man Far From Home, there were intensive discussions happening between Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures regarding the extension of their partnership on future Spider-Man films. In September 2019, the two sides came to an agreement on at least one more Spider-Man movie starring Tom Holland, along with the same writers Chris McKenna and Eric Summers, and the same director John Watts, who directed Far From Home as well. The storyline of the new movie is not revealed as yet, but it's going to involve a lot of interesting actors in the cast like Jamie Foxx as Electro and Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, plus the rumored involvement of Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, Kirsten Dunst, and Tobey Maguire. So I'm really waiting for this one. Number 5. Morbius. Release date: January 28, 2022. Director: Daniel Espinosa. Cast: Jared Leto, Adriana Arjona, Matt Smith, Jared Harris, and Tyrese Gibson. This movie is about a scientist suffering from a rare blood disease whose attempts to cure himself afflict him with a form of vampirism. He gains superhuman abilities minus the weakness of the vampires. Jared Leto, who plays the main role, was drawn to the character's struggle with his disease and the moral implications of a hero who has a thirst for blood. Additionally, Michael Keaton will also appear in the film. Number 6. The Batman. Release date: March 4, 2022. Director: Matt Reeves. Cast: Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Colin Farrell, Peter Sarsgaard, and Jeffrey Wright. This movie is a departure from the regular Batman movies as it's going to have a lot of gray shades. It will star Robert Pattinson as a younger Batman/Bruce Wayne. Pattinson beat out Nicholas Hoult for the role, with Zoe Kravitz subsequently cast as Catwoman and Jeffrey Wright cast as Commissioner Gordon. Paul Dano will play the iconic villain the Riddler, and Colin Farrell subsequently signed on to play the Penguin. Let's see if Pattinson can do justice to the role as his predecessors have successfully done. Number 7. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Release date: March 25, 2022. Director: Sam Raimi. Cast: Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, Benedict Wong, Rachel McAdams, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Xochitl Gomez, and Tom Hiddleston. This movie will be the second sequel in the Doctor Strange franchise. The first one was released in 2016 with Benedict Cumberbatch playing the legendary title character. He has appeared throughout since then in all the Avengers series, but this one is totally out and out his movie. With iconic characters like Loki and Scarlet Witch from Avengers, this one is going to be a real crowd puller, with the movie being described as the first scary MCU movie.
Else that you don't already know, you'd run from here in terror.
Number 8. Thor: Love and Thunder. Release date: May 6, 2022. Director: Taika Waititi. Cast: Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tessa Thompson, and Christian Bale. This movie has been directed by the Thor Ragnarok filmmaker Taika Waititi. The storyline is absolutely different, with the return of Natalie Portman as Jane Foster, who becomes the MCU's first female Thor. Wow! She'll co-star opposite Chris Hemsworth. Tessa Thompson would return as Valkyrie, who was deemed king of Asgard at the end of Avengers Endgame. In January 2020, Christian Bale entered talks to join the cast as the villain, and the Guardians of the Galaxy are said to have some kind of role in the film as it picks up where Endgame left off. Number 9. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Release date: July 8, 2022. Director: Ryan Coogler. Cast: Letitia Wright, Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, Angela Bassett, and Michaela Cole. Black Panther franchise suffered a major setback when it lost its main character in the much-loved actor Chadwick Boseman, who was poised to reprise the starring role. Marvel has said they will not be recasting the role of T'Challa. Michaela Cole was cast in an undisclosed role, and filming began in July 2021.
Wakanda forever!
Number 10. Black Adam. Release date: July 29, 2022. Director: Jaume Collet-Serra. Cast: Dwayne Johnson, Noah Centineo, Aldous Hodge, Pierce Brosnan, and Quintessa Swindell. This movie is going to feature The Rock Dwayne Johnson in the lead role as the Shazam villain Black Adam. Earlier, he was to feature in the 2017 Shazam movie, but it was decided that there would be two separate movies made. First for Shazam, and the second one for his antagonist anti-hero Black Adam. The Rock has already beefed up for the role and shares his jaw-dropping pics frequently on Instagram. Number 11. The Flash. Release date: November 4, 2022. Director: Andy Muschietti. Cast: Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Sasha Callier, Kiersey Clemens, Maribel Verdú, and Ron Livingston. The film is directed by Andy Muschietti and stars Ezra Miller as Barry Allen/The Flash. In The Flash, Allen travels back in time to prevent his mother's murder, which brings unintentional consequences. The film is influenced by the comic book storyline Flashpoint, featuring multiple DC Comics characters including Affleck and Keaton as different versions of Batman. Number 12. The Marvels. Release date: November 11, 2022. Director: Nia DaCosta. Cast: Brie Larson, Teyonah Parris, Eamon Vellani, and Zaw Ashton. The Marvels is an upcoming American superhero film based on Marvel Comics, featuring the characters Carol Danvers/Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan/Miss Marvel, with Zaw Ashton playing the villain. The film's title was revealed to be The Marvels in May 2021. Number 13. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Release date: December 16, 2022. Director: James Wan. Cast: Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Patrick Wilson, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Pilou Asbæk. This one is a sequel to the previous hit Aquaman that grossed over $1.1 billion in December 2018. What may work for the movie? Jason Momoa, and what may not? Amber Heard, who has disgraced herself due to her bitter lawsuit with Johnny Depp and has a bad reputation right now. Even after repeated negative comments from the general public, Heard was not ousted from the movie but is reprising her role again. So let's see what will be the fate of this one. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.